Hi, it's David here from Wargaming Old Guys, and Ironskull Gaming received a package from Gale Force 9/Battlefront Miniatures for the new Clash of Steel. And he received a set. So as part of the demo team, Ironskull demo team, I got the Brits, he's doing the Germans. So let's get our paint on and see what we do. Okay, so I've got the British half of the Clash of Steel set for the Germans v Brits. So this is what you get in it. Obviously, they're all. I sat down there and we had a hobby evening and we assembled them. And he did the Germans, I did the Brits. And we had a good old chat and things like that. So there are 4 types of tanks in this. You've got the Comet, you've got the Tortoise, which is the big one. You have the Centurion 1 and 3. Now you get a choice of choosing between the two. Now, in my mind, Centurion 3 is probably better for Clash of Steel, while the Centurion 1, I think, has a bit more of a crossover into Flames of War, I think. So I've assembled 2 of each. So I've assembled 2 Centurion 1s, 2 Centurions 3s, 3 Comets, and 2 Tortoises. So this next few videos are going to be me painting the individual tanks. So today we're going to get on and do a Comet. So this is the Comet. I've already undercoated all these because I didn't want to watch you spray it. Well, basically watching you, having you to watch paint dry. So that is the Comet. Obviously the turret just clicks on and it's really nice. I think it's the Cromwell chassis effectively. So anyway, so for these we've got Castellan Green. There we go, from Games Workshop. That is going to be the base. So I'm going to go over that with all the Castellan Green to come up with a nice dark colour. Then after that, we've got a Traitor Green by P3. I don't know if they still operate, but I find that's a really nice colour. But it's like a Russian uniform. And I think Vallejo do something very similar, like Lona Canvas. It's a very similar colour. So if you can't get the P3, like I say, Vallejo do a colour, which is fine. Now that's the base and the main coat. Now for highlights, I mixed stone grey with the Traitor Green. It comes up with I did try white, but it's a bit too stark, a bit too edgy. So I softened it down a bit with a bit of grey stone. The tracks are painted with this pewter. It tries to be metallic, but it's not metallic. It's a technical paint by Moonhopper Games. Go and check them out. It's just a very dark grey with a slight silvery colour to it, and I think it's good for tracks. It's the first time I've used it and it's turned out pretty well. On top of that, once that's dry, I use this Parasite Brown. I water it down and do basically a wash with it. Well, it's not really wash. Gives it a slight rusty look. And you can get some oil-based washes and things like that, or acrylic-based washes, and you'd probably have the same effect. I'm just cheap and like to use the paints I've got, and then I go over it with a gunmetal just to put the shine on the edges. Also with the brown, I do the tool handles and things like that. So you've got some spades and things there. So I do that. Okay, so let's get on and paint this. Okay, so that is the Comet. So we'll leave that to dry, and then we'll come back with the next coat once that is dried. Okay, so now they're dry, and now you can see I've gone back and I've actually I've gone and got the other one done. Yep, because there's 3 of these, so I've done 2. So what we're going to do, actually need another dry brush. Hold on, it's a new dry brush, right? Okay. So as you can see, they're dry now. I did the other one as well, so I've got 2 of these ready to go. So we're going to get a dry brush and do the first coat of Traitor Green. Now these are 2 Comets. I'm going to do the Traitor Green. Oh, the downside of this pot, the actual lid. I'm not very keen on the lid. Okay, so we're going to do a heavy dry brush. Remember, we're also going to go over again with a bit lighter as well once this is all dried, using the soft stone. Just got to be careful about the gun at the front as well, because it's a bit flimsy. Now I did have noticed that I haven't mentioned anything to do about the lights. Now we'll be using 2 yellows for that. I have them, but I'll tell you them when I get round to doing it. Okay, so what we've got now is I'm going to be doing the metal. So we're going to use this pewter, which you get from Moonhopper Games. That's right, Moonhopper Games. We're going to do the treads and the gun at the top, front, and all these intricate details of the tools and the tracks here, the armor tracks there. I think that's it. Yes, that is it for the metal. So let's get on. Let's get on and do that, shall we? Okay, so that is the first layer of silver done on the tracks and all the silvery bits, so the gun, the tracks on the top, and the tools. So we'll let that dry. I'll turn that upside down, let it dry, and then we can get on to the next bit, which is the browns. Done this, you can see I've done the silvery grey on both. So the next thing is the parasite brown. So we're going to put some parasite brown on the cowling here, and then we have some tools there. And then once we've done that, we're going to put a little bit watered down on the tracks to give it a kind of rusty look. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so that's that. I will let that dry, and then I'll get the other one done. And I'm going to put some Agrax Earthshade on the dried canopy there as well. And once that's all dried, I'm going to highlight the canopy and run some gunmetal over the top to catch the shiny bits on the tracks, and that'll be it. So we'll come back with the final article. Use this bit.